Get your streaming devices ready, ladies and gentlemen. Load them up and press play. It is time for Pop Goulash Presents Netflix and Chill with Tom and Reuben.
What is going on?
What's up, people? I'm
What's
Reuben.
happening?
And Tom doesn't want to introduce himself.
What?
Huh?
I'm Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say I'm Reuben?
I did.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you were talking over me.
I'm Tom.
Yeah. So we recorded the last episode you heard just a few minutes before we pressed record on this. So we're a beer and a quarter in on these 9% cherry stout reserves that we're drinking from Bell's. And
yes.
I'm feeling a little lubricated.
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
I can't even whistle right.
Yeah, I don't whistle. I mean, I tried. I can a little. No, that's not a whistle.
No, that's just you blowing into the microphone like an asshole.
Okay.
Next thing you know, I'm going to be eating cookies into the mic. I just brought down a bag of oatmeal cookies that Grayson and I made.
I can't eat those.
And Tom's like, oh, it's got carbs in it.
The beer has carbs in it. It's not so much the carbs as much as the sugar. Half that cookie's on the floor, man.
Yeah, Ricky will get it. These shits are delicious, son.
I bet. I do like oatmeal cookies.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to eat into the mic and be an asshole about it.
Go ahead, man. Yeah. Should I introduce what we're doing this week?
Go ahead.
Well, this episode. So you picked Extinction.
Extinction with Michael Peña.
The Netflix original Extinction with Michael Peña and with Lizzy Caplan's Big Beautiful Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She was in, what was that movie
she was in? Cloverfield.
She was also in 10 Things I Hate About You as well.
10 Things I Hate About You. She was in a bunch of stuff. She was in Masters of Sex on Showtime.
I used to get her confused
where she was naked a lot.
I used to get her confused with, I
think it was
Jessica Jones.
Oh, yes. Ritter's daughter.
Yeah. No, it's not his daughter.
Isn't it?
No, Kristen Ritter is not related to John Ritter.
I thought she was...
Nope.
What? Why is her last name Ritter then? That's
I don't know.
Fucking stupid.
Because there are more,
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, John Ritter wasn't the only person in the world named Ritter.
I thought he was.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay. This whole time, I thought she was John Ritter's daughter.
Doesn't even look like John Ritter.
It doesn't. She
Not even close.
She doesn't have to look like John Ritter to be John Ritter's daughter.
Dude, your daughter looks like you. And your wife. If you mashed you two together.
I guess. I mean, I suppose, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes it could look like the mailman. You never know. I mean...
Whatever.
Honey, our son looks like your trainer, your personal trainer. What the fuck? All right, well then. I thought she was. No. I had no idea.
Not at all.
All right, well.
Not at all.
Well, I think Lizzy Caplan's actually cuter than Jessica Jones anyway. I do like Lizzy Caplan. However, given this movie and her last big one was Cloverfield, if you see Lizzy Caplan, run for your fucking life because you are about to be invaded
by some crazy shit. So this,
hold on, we should qualify this first. There's a big twist and a reveal in this movie that's like halfway into this movie.
Totally. So at this point, if you have not watched the movie,
you got to go watch it.
Pause this right now, go watch the movie, and come back because we are going to spoil the shit out of it.
You can't even talk about this movie without talking about the
it.
twist because the twist comes halfway in the movie and it's fucking
mind-bending.
Giant.
Yeah. So please, 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert. This movie is amazing. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I don't know if I'd say amazing.
It was good.
I'd say it was good. I'll go with good. This is I looked it up 50% or something, like audience 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, 20% critics, and it's like a 5.8. all of those I think are low.
Yeah, they're
I think
very,
those are
very
all
low.
very low. Certainly the 20-something% critics on Rotten Tomatoes is fucking ridiculously low.
Yeah, but critics are douchebags and they think they know
Yeah, I
everything.
know. They're all like fucking Roger Ebert and think they fucking... Yeah.
I'm Roger Ebert and I don't have a bottom jaw anymore and I'm dead. Go fuck yourself.
No, isn't Gene Siskel the one who's died? Roger Ebert's...
They're
Are they
both
dead?
dead, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
That's why Richard Roper is the fucking guy now.
Oh, that's right. He's the guy.
He can eat a dick too.
I think all of those scores are low regardless. It was okay. It was good.
Yeah, it was
I'll go
thoroughly watchable.
There's a point at which we'll discuss where I fucking got very frustrated and aggravated, but we can deal with that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So the basic premise of the movie is Jesse Peña or Michael Peña. Why do I want to keep calling him Jesse Peña?
I don't know. He must have played Jesse. He must have played a character named Jesse in a movie.
I think I went to high school with a Jesse Peña.
Oh, could be.
So yeah, Michael Peña's character, he's got a wife, a couple kids, and they're just blue collar. Like you figure Michael Peña.
Well, she's an executive. She's a structural engineer or some kind of mechanical or like a city planner type of person.
Yeah. And he's kind of like a maintenance man.
He's like a maintenance guy in a factory or something. Somewhere.
Yeah, and they're okay. You know,
very set well into the future.
Yes,
it's very obvious from the word go. This is set well into the future.
it's a sci-fi film for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're having a dinner party. Well, like we're leading up.
It starts out with
him having a dream.
He has some weird dreams.
Like strange dreams that don't make any sense whatsoever.
Dreams of like an alien invasion almost kind of thing.
Yeah. And you see like he sees his kids and like his daughter's like, they killed my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And like, but he's looking at it as a third person, so it's really kind of crazy.
It's all really kind of weird because he's separated from the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then there's parts of it where he's in the dream and actually active in it.
Yeah. And then there's parts of it where he's observing. So it's really, like you don't know what it's very jarring because you don't know what's going on. You know that he's in a dream sequence, but the dreams don't really they're very disconcerting. Like
he's been having them for a while.
Yeah.
Because I think the opening scene is him kind of waking up from one of these dreams or very near one of the openings, near the opening scene. And his wife, who's played by Lizzy Caplan, the beautiful Lizzy Caplan, his wife makes the point of like, look, you need to get help because, and she even, I think her line in it is like, because he says, I'm having a nightmare. It's just a nightmare or whatever. And she says, and I love this line. She goes, and I'm going to fucking butcher it, but she says to him, oh yeah, I've got a nightmare for you. Man who refuses to get help for his crazy dreams gets pushed out of a window by his wife. The end. Where it gets pushed out of a window by his wife because she can't sleep and goes crazy. The end.
Yeah. Like she like Lizzy Caplan and
Michael Peña.
No.
Jesse Peña.
No, it's Michael Peña. But no, Lizzy Caplan and Kristen Ritter both have that dry.
Kristen Ritter from
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. We just talked about that.
Yes. Yeah, they've got that real dry sense of humor about them where they're and like Aubrey Plaza as well. They're just very sarcastic, very dry. So she just delivered that line perfectly.
Yes.
So like they're having these like crazy he's having these crazy dreams, and then like they're having a dinner party or they're having some kind of get together at their house.
Before that though, she promises her he's going to go get help.
Oh yeah.
Because he has these dreams, and then he goes to work one day, and he tells his wife, I promise, let's go. I'm going to get off early tonight. We'll take the kids to the pier.
And he passes out at work.
He passes out at work and has one of the dreams at work.
And he fucks up, and the kids are all pissed off at him.
Kids are pissed off because he comes home at night.
He's like, I'm sorry.
And he tells his wife, look, I promise I'm going to go get help. And that's when he goes to the place and he meets the other guy who's also fucking weird and fucked up.
Which guy?
Having the same dreams in the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's having similar dreams. The guy is, and he says, "So who's after you in your dreams or something?" He says something that triggers Michael Peña's character to think like, wait, you're
What's
having
going on
the
here?
exact same
Yeah,
fucking
this is
dreams
weird.
that I am. This is
Yeah,
weird.
and it was just some rando dude in the
waiting room in
in
the psychiatrist room.
doctors or psychiatrists or whatever.
But he says something really fucked up at the time. He says, "Well, it's they erase your memories or something."
Yeah,
and he
something
says,
weird.
because he said something like when they called the other guy in before they called Michael Peña, and they called the other guy in, and the other guy looks at Michael Peña and goes, "You're not crazy. I just got to get this shit to stop."
Yeah.
And then he
Fucks
goes
off.
and leaves, and it's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they're having like this, like a dinner party is the best way that I could describe it.
Yeah, yeah. She's got some promotion at work, and they're gonna have some dinner party or something.
Right. And then all of a sudden, a fucking alien invasion takes over.
Dude, fucking, I love alien invasion movies.
Right?
It's the fucking
They're the
coolest.
best.
I know. It was like fucking. It was awesome.
Like all of a sudden, like you see these comets come out of the sky, and next thing you know, they're not comets, they're spaceships, and they start fucking everything up.
Shit, blowing things up.
Dude,
It's awesome.
they're just indiscriminately killing everybody.
And by the way, this is we're already a good half hour into the movie.
Yeah, at this point for sure.
Right. There's a lot of build up and a lot of lead up to this alien invasion. You see multiple dreams of his.
Yeah.
You get this. This was real for a Netflix original. This was really, really well done.
From what I hear, and if I'm not mistaken, what I read on IMDb, this was actually supposed to be a wide release movie. Like to the theaters type movie.
Could be.
And
Netflix picked it up.
Netflix ended up picking it up because no distributor wanted to touch it.
Well, I actually heard, I mentioned this on the last episode. I was listening to an interview with Duplass where he was talking about Mark Duplass from Creep.
Bullshit movie.
Right. Which if you listen to the last episode, you know Reuben didn't like it.
Fuck that movie.
But he was saying that they're like Netflix has this, they have this, their thing now with their Netflix productions where they're trying to just put out as much as they can.
Yeah.
I guess, and they're putting out a lot of like mid-grade and low-budget type stuff, and that.
But even their
that is
mid-grade and
filling up-
low-budget
it's still
stuff is
pretty
still
good.
pretty decently done.
Most of it's still pretty good, and they're. I mean, I've seen a number of Netflix originals that are more than good time wasters. They're
Absolutely.
actually good movies.
A lot of them are better than like the HBO originals and shit.
Yeah, oh for sure. This was.
Dude,
This
the
was
special effects in this
really
were,
well
were
done. Special
really
effects were
fucking
well done, and this whole the build up to this fucking alien invasion thing is fucking. And then once you hit the alien invasion, it's fucking awesome. It's just. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's crazy
so
too. 'cause,
much
like,
action. It's so good.
Yeah.
And you already are fucking tense because, like I said, you're a half hour into this.
Yeah,
before the invasion starts.
at this point, like you
you're-
see that he's a family man. Like his youngest daughter has this little bear that's like kind of like a Teddy Ruxpin, I
Right,
guess.
right.
And she's like, it doesn't work anymore, and he rewires it, and it starts to work again. And
Yeah.
she gets happy and stuff. But it's an old, fucked up, beat up bear. Like this thing is ancient. It looks like.
It looks like it's really fucking ancient, and you find
Yeah.
out later it's pretty fucking
ancient. But like, so yeah, they sorry, I had to swallow. And Tom had to wipe. We
It is Netflix and chill. So,
it is Netflix and chill. Time to get sexy, bitches. But yeah, then this big alien invasion happens, and they're like fighting off these aliens. Like they're trapped in their tenement building.
in their condo or,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
And they're fucking things up left and right, and everybody's
Awesome.
like,
so fucking good.
dude, the action was like top notch, man.
Yeah,
it was like Marvel level action.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, it's and this is one of those things where I feel like you're watching a movie, man. You're watching an action movie and just fucking enjoy it. Don't think too hard.
Right.
Don't just fucking enjoy all the gunfire, all the explosions, all the fucking spaceships. Just have fun with it.
Yeah,
Because
this
if you
is a
try and do
fun
more
fucking
with
movie.
that, you're
gonna be mad.
You're gonna be mad because then you're gonna start looking and thinking about stuff like, oh, they wouldn't be able to get out of the building, and this is the tunnel. Fuck, it's so stupid. No, it's just fun, man.
Dude.
It's just
So
fun.
and then like you finally like everybody gets split up out of the apartment, and they ended up in the neighbor's place, I think.
so they end up. So they get out of their own apartment, and then they end up. So they're what we think, or what I guess you can
think it's-
assume is
yeah.
they're best friends kind of thing, their
Right.
closest friends. They end up on the roof
Yes.
with their closest friends. And then
even before then, like
before
the
that-
aliens are like getting into the building.
into the
unlike-
building, and the girls are friends. The girls are friends. The two daughters are
Yes.
friends. One daughter with the one family, and the oldest daughter of Michael Peña and Lizzy Caplan are friends. And
But the crazy thing is, like, the aliens actually, you see them.
yes,
In the fucking design of, like...
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty
with
badass.
the big fucking bubbly back thing, or
yeah,
whatever
and
they
like
got,
the
and
mirror
mask.
for the mask and, like, the little
It's
bubbles.
cool.
Like, they got weird, like, little... Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
pustule bubbles everywhere. It's
Oh.
like really fucking cool.
Well, and an important point of this is when the alien when the alien breaks through the door, Michael Peña actually has a physical like fight with this alien
Yes.
and beats the fuck out of
Yeah,
him
he
and
does.
steals his gun because the alien was going to kill his daughter or whatever.
Yeah, and then you find
Which-
out that, like, the gun's like a biometric gun, and
Right.
he has to rewire it
He's
to
got
get
to
it to
rewire
work.
it because it's got the fucking trigger that it can only work with the alien's finger
Yeah.
and whatever. But that I just put this together, and we'll talk about this later when we
Sure.
talk about later in the movie. I just put this together where the alien is looking at the daughter underneath the table because what the one youngest daughter is hiding under the table. She had gone to get her bear, while the oldest daughter's in the bedroom, and the mom and dad were trying to keep the door
Closed, yeah, because they
Closed.
put like a couch in front of the door and all kinds of shit.
So then they run back in to get the daughters, and the alien breaks through the wall and finds the youngest daughter underneath the table. And at that point, I asked the question to myself, and we'll talk about this later. I asked the question to myself, why doesn't this alien just fucking blast the shit out of this kid?
Yeah.
Like, because these aliens are just fucking
Indiscriminately
killing
everybody.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why didn't but you find out later
Yeah.
exactly why.
But
and
it's crazy,
fucking
too, 'cause,
so
like,
cool.
Michael Peña's character just like beats the fuck out of him, cracks his fucking lens.
Yes.
And
cracks
then
the
like
lens.
you figure he's dead because like the pressure's killed him and all this shit. Next
Right.
thing you know, he fucking like
he wakes
the
up,
fuck up.
and he's got some fucking homing device on his gun.
Yeah, so he
Michael
knows where to
Peña
find
steals
him.
his gun, so he knows where to find the
Yeah.
gun. So that
and they're
he
up on the
starts
roof
chasing
and they're
him.
watching like the whole fucking city blow up around them. And they're trying to figure out what the fuck do we do?
Yeah, so that's when they take the maintenance thing down
The elevator,
building.
because that's where they find the kids.
Right, the maintenance elevator down the building, and they take the first elevator down. They found the kids already, right? Because they found the kids, in the elevator and they went
shaft, yeah.
back, and then now they're taking from the roof. They're taking that maintenance, like that outside painter thing or whatever. They go down.
Oh
and
yeah,
that
the
breaks.
window washer thing, and then it breaks. And then
And
they have
that's
to
when
go
the
back
neighbor's
into the
family.
building.
That's when the neighbor family gets it. Fucking gets
They get whacked.
boom.
Oh man, yeah, they're like they spent some coin on this particular production.
It
dude.
was. I'm telling you, man. The explosions and shit, and the fucking it was probably all CGI.
Oh,
but
of course it was.
fucking- it was really good, man.
And it was really like a 3 or 4 set movie too. Like they didn't really like.
Yeah, which is different from a lot of Netflix originals. Like I've seen a few Netflix originals, and most of the, like I was saying with the Mark Duplass interview, he said he was saying that I guess Netflix has this. They're
They're trying to become a movie production company.
Well, their model though for now is they're building. I'm sorry, they're not building. They're producing a whole shit ton of these mid to low budget type movies, and so that they can afford to do a handful of really higher
Solid
budget
movies.
like Adam Sandler type movies
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. This way they can say they have, countless movies or whatever
Right.
it is. And most of the Netflix movies I've seen are like one location type.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's
They're
like,
very
it's
small.
like the cast is 3 people. There's one set, but this
Right.
was multiple sets. Because they get out of this building,
Mm-hmm.
they get down. Ultimately, the thing breaks and they have to jump in a window, and that's where the family gets it. The other family gets it, and then they do ultimately get down. That whole thing, though, because it was Lizzy Caplan. That whole scene of them trying to get down out of this building reminded me of Cloverfield so much.
When
all
the
I could
building
think of was
collapsed.
Yeah, it's like all I could
I
think
didn't
of
even
was,
put two
oh
and
my
two
God.
together. Yeah.
I'm never like I would love to meet Lizzy Caplan, but I don't want to go near her because I'm gonna be
You're going to be stuck in a
attacked
building
by
that
aliens.
falls.
Yeah.
And then like Lizzy Caplan ends up getting shot.
Yeah, in the when they're escaping, and Lizzy Caplan, because she's a city planner type engineer person, she knows of these tunnels, and in Michael Peña's dream, he was in the factory that he works in, and his boss was there, or he had seen a scene with his boss was there.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yes.
With a beard, he actually looks more like the comic book Luke Cage in this movie than he does in Luke Cage, which is funny.
Yeah, but
because in the comics, Luke Cage actually has a beard.
Oh,
in the current continuity, he has a beard.
Okay. I didn't know that. I have seen pictures though. For some reason, I remember him with a beard, but he does. You're right. He doesn't have a beard in the TV show.
Not at all.
Yeah, but so they go to these tunnels. Man. They go to these tunnels to try and get through the tunnel to get to this factory. And that's when Lizzy Caplan gets shot because the whole thing, or it gets blown up or something because the whole thing blows up. And
it all goes to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
It goes to hell in a handbasket pretty quickly.
Quick.
Like
the fucking movie moves. Once it starts moving, once it starts rolling, like I said, there's a good 30, maybe 40 minutes of like getting to know this family and they do that for a reason. You find out later.
Yeah,
they do that for a very specific reason.
They want you to also have emotion for this family.
You have to have emotion for this family.
Otherwise, you don't give a
if you don't, the twist means fucking
nothing,
jack shit.
Yeah. So then, like all of a sudden, like the alien shows up again. Like his mask is all fucked up again.
Yeah,
and he shows up in the tunnels. Because he's followed the tracker from his gun, and Jesse Peña fucks him up again.
Yeah.
And he ends up taking off his mask, and he's a fucking human.
Dude.
That was a hell of a fucking twist.
I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Now, I watched this on the train. Unlike the last one, I watched this on the train, and I was on the train ride in. And when he pulls the mask off and he's human, no shit, it was exactly at the point where we were pulling into Union Station.
Nice.
And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
I can't watch the rest of this right now? Fuck you, motherfuckers. Right? I'm not going to fucking work.
And like Jesse Peña looks at him and everybody like they're looking
Michael
at
Peña.
Or Michael Peña. Jesse. Oh, yeah, you've seen Jesse. Michael Peña looks at him and they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Oh, it was such a cool fucking twist.
Yeah.
And it was...
Well, and that's not even like the biggest twist of it all.
No, there's a bigger twist to it. Well, and here's the thing. I thought about this when I saw that twist, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I was stunned by it. And I fucking hate... I don't know about you. I fucking hate people who... You see a movie with a twist and they're like, I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew the twist when the fucking opening credits. Well, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you
seriously.
did not fucking know. And if you did fucking know what this twist was, let's put it this way. If you knew what the fucking twist was in this movie, you weren't watching the movie enjoying yourself. You were watching the movie looking for what's the twist. Where's my tell? And there were tells.
There were a few. Yeah.
There were a few very small tells, but dude, that fucking shit. What did I do?
Nothing. Can you not hear yourself?
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm okay. Ooh.
Headphone incidents.
Headphones. But dude, that fucking was
so then like
cool.
Lizzy Caplan's like bleeding out, and like Michael Peña's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. We're fucked. I am so fucked. She's fucked. Everything is fucked. And then all of a sudden, like the fucking alien human is like, nothing is fucked, dude. Nothing is fucked.
Well, they got to the fucking
got
to the factory, and then the factory goes under attack, and then fucking they're all like evacuating
because the alien helps carry Lizzy Caplan.
Well, at this point, you don't have any fucking idea what's really going on.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck, man, everything is weird.
It's a mind fuck.
There's a human in a fucking alien costume attacking fucking humans, and now all these humans that you get there are fucking evacuating, and that's when the moment fucking hits.
Yeah.
When the fucking alien says to Michael Peña as they're pulling the alien away to kill him.
That's when no, because it was slightly before that. Because
that's right.
Like we don't have the equipment to fit, because like they're fucking shocking her,
zapping her with a fucking, and they're like taser gun.
And Michael Peña's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? He's like, it's a diagnostic test. I'm like, what diagnostic test?
Diagnostic test. And they even say like her system is shutting down.
Yeah.
And it was like weird the way they fucking said that, and I didn't put two and two together.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden like they're like, there's nothing we can do for her here, and they're carrying her off, and they're carrying fucking the human off.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can fix her.
the alien human in the mask
Person,
thing,
guy
whatever
thing.
guy he is at
The
this
invader.
point. The invader says, I can help her. I can keep her alive.
I know what to do.
I know what to do, right.
Oh, god damn it.
You're like, what the fuck?
And then, like, he, like, reaches into her wound.
Well, because they all fucking, remember, they all
They
evacuated.
fuck off.
And it's only Michael Peña, Lizzy Caplan, and the fucking
invader.
alien invader, who now we're just going to call the invader.
Yeah.
And he fucking pulls her open, and she's got like fucking
Diodes and shit
tubes and fucking shit, and she's
glowing.
glowing blue. And he's looking like, what are you doing? What are you doing? As he's cutting her open.
Yeah, because Michael Peña has no idea what the fuck
clue.
is going on.
He takes a knife. He takes the invader takes a knife and slices
a Swiss Army knife
and slices her open. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And that's when the fucking invader looks at him and goes, You don't
have
know
no
what
idea
you
what's
are.
going on. Yeah, it's exactly what he says. You don't know what you are. And you're like,
holy
what?
fuck. What the fuck?
And you come to find out they're fucking androids.
They're fucking synthetics.
Synthetic androids.
What they called synthetics.
Yeah,
They're fucking androids. And
Yeah.
he's actually the human.
Yeah. So basically, you like get a like my head spun.
I was
at this
fucking
point.
completely. Yes, I was completely thrown for a loop at this point. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this is fucking great.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you like they finally kind of tell the story of what happened.
Which sucked balls.
Really? It was
fucking hated it.
It was basically iRobot.
I'm so tired of social commentaries in movies. I'm so fucking sick and tired of them. I hate social commentaries in movies.
Okay.
Let me say that. Let me rephrase that. I don't mind social commentaries in movies, but if you're going to put a social commentary in a movie, let be subtle about it.
Okay.
Be a little bit subtle about it.
Because basically, like, it started
District
off...
9 was great.
Yeah.
But this was not District 9.
This was a little heavy-handed.
This was really fucking... They even went as far as the, you will not replace us, you will not, which is straight out of fucking Charlottesville.
Right.
Like, okay, I get it. This is all a fucking social commentary on racism. Oh my fucking god. Oh, the humans hated the synths. Oh, because they were synths.
Well, and they wanted
fuck
rights.
You.
And they wanted their rights, and because you hear all the pundits and the politicians because they're just overdubs and overlays.
It's all going. You're going back through Michael Peña's memories as he's passed out because
and he's remembering everything.
Right, because the invader, who we now know is
a human,
has hooked up.
Because the only way he could save Lizzy
right.
Caplan is to connect him to Michael Peña's power source. And it was so crazy watching Michael Peña because he stabs himself with the knife and he was like, and then he's like, I don't feel it.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
and he's
and he was able to slice himself
open. And it's like he doesn't feel a damn thing.
Yeah, it was. Yes. I will say the social commentary piece of this didn't ruin this movie for me.
That's good.
I still really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I just wish that this point of the movie where they start showing Michael Peña's memories and it starts, and like you said, it's what you see is the time when AI started to take over, right? Which of course is what everyone's afraid of. And that would have been cool in and of itself, except that it goes beyond, for me at least, it goes beyond that, and it went to this whole, like, the synths wanted their rights, and you had to actually even watch a couple scenes where it was like humans walked past the synth and stuff, and it was like, you stupid synth, as if like, oh my god, like, I get it, I get it, okay, but racism sucks, okay, I understand, I get it, but can we fucking stop?
But, and you know what though, if you got to think about it, if you really think about it though, like, that's what Hawkins was terrified of.
Horrified of. Well, and even guys like Sam Harris and other people now are fucking terrified of
the what do they call it? AI becoming fucking
AI
cognizant.
learning and getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Oh yeah. Fuck. And yes.
Well, like I said, this was basically I think it was a better executed version of iRobot.
I would agree with that.
With a way better twist.
A way better twist. Well, and the social commentary piece only happens here.
Yeah, it's like 15, like not even 10 minutes.
It's not even
movie.
10 minutes of the movie. It's only in Michael Peña's, memories where you start to get this, and
then you find out all of his dreams were
actually
bits of memory that didn't get
bits of
wiped
history.
away. Yeah.
Because he got his memory wiped away because...
And he was thinking he was seeing the future, but he was really seeing the past,
which was fucking
so
crazy. Cool. It was pretty fucking cool. Yeah. This was kind of... so.
And at one point, like, the invader is telling the story of what happened.
Yes.
And Michael Peña is like, well, what? Well, like, you know, it couldn't have happened that long ago. And he's like, it happened to my grandparents.
Yeah. It was over 50 years ago. Or whatever,
so it's like 3 generations of people have like lived on Mars.
They've been living on a colony in Mars, waiting for the day. He says, waiting for the day that they could come back.
Because they basically became second class citizens here and were run off the planet.
Right.
And in all of the scenes, you see like especially when you see the 2 little girls, like they're kids, and they're like, they killed my parents in front of me, and then you can see all like the rockets in the air. Well, they're actually the humans' exodus, not the fucking aliens coming down to Earth.
But this I thought was cool, and I don't know if you caught this. This kind of saved for me a lot of this social commentary stuff about the whole racism thing and whatever, because I don't know if you caught this, but the girls, the one girl, so in Michael Peña's memory, he walks up on the 2 daughters. And the 2 daughters are sitting there crying, and they're crying over 2 dead bodies. And he's seen this in his dream before, and he's thought
the
dead
whole
bodies
time
were
him and
dead
his
body
wife.
was his wife, or him and his wife, or whatever, right? But at this point, he walks up, and the memory
because the entire
continues.
time through the movie, like after Lizzy Caplan realizes, oh shit, this is what your dreams were about. She's like, what happens next?
What happens next? What do we do next? And he's like, I don't know. It was all pieces, and this doesn't fit or whatever. But at this point, he walks up, and the memory continues, and the daughters, what are now his daughters, who you realize were never his daughters,
right,
look at him, and they say, they killed my mother, or they killed our parents
because they were human. Yeah.
Which implies the AIs, the synths, actually killed the daughter's quote-unquote parents.
Yes, and there was an ad where it was like, they're just like yours, but something.
For me, that saved the whole social commentary piece, because for me, this whole idea of the social commentary thing and the racism thing is all about like, look, man, I don't want one side or the other to feel like, I don't want one side or the other to be like, oh, you fucking hate this, and you hate us, you hate us, you hate us. It's like, look, we need to all start seeing each other as fucking people.
Yeah.
Right? As individuals and as people. And once we start doing that, things will get a lot better. And I thought this was a saving grace for that kind of thing, because it was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, see the fucking synths weren't always the fucking good guys. They fucking killed these synths' parents. It's like, if we could have all just fucking got along together, maybe everything would have been okay. But it's still, this whole thing to me, this whole piece of this where you're looking at Peña's memories and all of this shit was like, it was like the whole movie came together. It was like, fuck, dude, it's iRobot meets fucking Cloverfield meets the Matrix.
But with like first camera, no found footage.
Right, no found footage, crazy, stupid shit. It doesn't have Keanu Reeves in it.
Whoa. I'm very excited right now.
Dude, he's made some good movies.
Dude, John Wick is the shit.
John Wick is fucking cool as hell. But dude, I love this. I love this fucking twist. I love this whole thing. It's fucking so cool.
Now, interestingly enough, like the first time I sat down to watch it was Wednesday. I got home from work early.
Okay.
So I sat down. I'm like, I'm going to watch this Extinction movie. This looks pretty fucking interesting. And it's got Michael Peña in it. I dig Michael Peña.
Yeah, I've seen him in other stuff.
Well, he was in Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I did not like Ant-Man, but I liked him in Ant-Man.
I loved Ant-Man. I like both of those Ant-Man
I don't like
films.
Paul Rudd at all.
Well, dude, he's a Highlander. He's fucking immortal. He has not aged in fucking 25 years.
Yeah, I know. I don't like him. But I did like Michael Peña in that movie, and I've seen him in other stuff too, and I've always liked him.
He was in End of Watch as well, which I have yet to watch, but I hear it's a great fucking movie.
Okay. Well, when you recommended this and I saw Lizzy Caplan was in it, I'll be honest, I fuck yes, I'll watch Lizzy Caplan in anything.
That's funny. So where was I going?
I don't know.
Totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I interrupted.
That's all good. But yeah, like
The Matrix, Keanu Reeves, I said. This was like The Matrix meets iRobot meets Cloverfield, but
Yeah, it
without
was
the
just
found
because of the
footage
twist.
and the
Because of
twist.
the twist.
Yeah, okay.
But like this was a better twist than Shyamalan's did in years, with the exception of what the movie we talked about last week, Split.
Last week. You say last week like it wasn't an hour and a half ago.
They don't know. They're listening.
You actually mentioned it.
Yeah.
You actually already mentioned it. That we did it.
Yeah, but they heard it last week.
I suppose.
Yeah, or 2 weeks ago, really.
Okay.
If you really think about it. I got Ricky barking in the backyard. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but
yeah, he's waking up the neighbors.
Yeah, so like Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like you come to find out at the end, like they're like getting in, like they finally like.
Luke Cage knew all along.
He never had his memory erased.
He never had his memory erased.
He's like, yeah, there's a few of us that never got our memory erased because we knew that the humans would come back.
Yes. This was so fucking cool.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, sorry. So Wednesday, I sat down on my couch. I got home from work early.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
I'm going to watch this. And I'm watching it, and I fucking Doctor Stranged it, dude.
You fell asleep.
I fell asleep, and
Dude.
It was no commentary on the movie. It's just that, like, I'm fucked. Like,
did you fall asleep before or after the alien invasion?
Probably right as they were having the dinner party.
Okay, so that's understandable.
And then I woke up, like, when the daughter turned around and you saw her eye was fucked up.
Oh, and you fucking wrecked it for yourself.
I wrecked it for myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, that
And I'm like,
sucks.
but I was so confused.
Even with that, you probably would have been very confused. And then once the twist hits, it's like, I'm sure once the twist hits and the guy hits
when
the
I
mask
when I
off,
watched
then
it
it's
back,
like,
I was like, oh,
okay,
shit.
well, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But dude, I got to tell you, this fucking caught me way off guard, man.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It was just good screenwriting.
It was a good movie. It was good writing.
Yeah.
And you know, I read some of the IMDb reviews after I watched this. Some of the IMDb reviews are fucking terrible.
Are they?
Horrible writing, terrible acting. This was stupid, this and that. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, this was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
This was a pretty fucking good movie.
It was solid. It was absolutely solid.
Dude, the twist totally...
Seriously, one of the greatest twists that I've seen.
Like a fucking baseball bat, man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my... Well, first, when he pulls the mask off, when they're in the tunnel and they pull the mask off, or before you even pull the mask off, you can see through, because Peña's in a fight with him, and you kind of breaks the glass, and you can kind of see through the glass and see his face, and you can see that he's a human face underneath there.
But not really. Like, not in the fight in the apartment.
Not in the apartment, but in the tunnel.
Yeah.
He breaks the thing.
Because you can kind of see the eye. You can see a part of his eye.
And that's when he pulls the mask off, and you're like, oh my fucking...
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk.
No, he doesn't say shit.
Say shit until... And that's what I was going to get at earlier with the daughter thing, when he doesn't kill the daughter underneath the table, because he says when he's helping Lizzy Caplan's character, and I don't know her name, I just know her as Lizzy Caplan. When he's helping Lizzy Caplan's character to stay alive after the rest of the synths, now that we know that they're synthetics, have evacuated or started to evacuate, he says, Peña asks him, why are you helping us? You could have killed us. And you could have killed us while I was passed out. And the guy looks at him. He says,
"I didn't sign up for this.
I was told that." Yeah, he says, "I was told that you were a bunch of monsters. I was told we were invading a planet with a bunch of monsters who stole our home. I didn't sign up to kill families and children."
Right.
It's like, holy fuck! And at that point, for me, that was after the whole, like, you know, the whole Peña's memory and the social commentary and the "you will not replace us," which I thought was fucking just ridiculous. It's like, come on, you could have been more subtle. But anyway, I digress. I already talked about that. That point to me, I started to think about, holy fuck, this is not only an image of this whole, like, you know, this whole, like, racism thing or whatever,
but it's also what's going on in Afghanistan,
what's going on in Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria. It's like,
I didn't sign up, and it's what our parents went through Vietnam. Like, I didn't sign up to kill babies.
It's what a lot of soldiers who are coming home from Afghanistan are saying. Like, I didn't fucking sign up to do. I didn't sign up to fucking do this shit. Man.
Right.
I signed up to defend this country, not to fucking go over and kill fucking people to defend poppy fields and shit, which is what's happening. But
we digress.
I digress. I'm talking more politics than I should. But yeah, dude, this was, and he was, and I don't know who the actor was who
he was great.
Who played the
invader,
right? Which we're calling him. He was really fucking
He was
too.
good.
He was good. I thought everybody was good in this. I thought, well, and the kids got a bunch of shit on IMDb for being like annoying and stuff, and I'm like, I never really got the sense that they were fucking annoying.
No, I'm like, wow, this is probably how my kids would have acted.
Yeah, I mean, they were hysterical. They were crying a lot. That's what kids would do if you're fucking. I mean, this is a fucking dude.
You're going through an alien invasion.
Like, I would think kids would cry.
Yeah, for sure.
These were like what were they? Maybe 5 and 8, something like that.
Yeah, probably
5
8 and 10. I would say maybe 8
were
and
they
10.
That old?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would fucking cry. They would cry and they would yell and they would scream and they would just
hide, and the little one would go after her little wubby doll, and
yeah,
absolutely.
I don't understand why that would. But the reviews. The only thing, shit, I keep hitting this fucking cord.
Stop moving.
Now I pulled it out for sure. It's at least both ears are still working. That's always my fear when I hit a fucking cord on a thing is I'm gonna break one of the fucking ears. The only thing I could think of is a lot of the reviews might have been, they might be fucking just people trolling because of the whole social thing, because of that social commentary, because of the whole "you will not replace us," the whole racism social commentary thing. I think it might be a lot of,
but it's almost like anytime there's like, I mean, think about what was it? Not Enemy Mine, because that was kind of one of those movies too. But Alienation, like back in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Okay,
with Michael, was it James Caan?
Yeah,
was the alien.
Yeah,
and but it was one of those too where it was like, the aliens came and they were like, oh, you're not going to replace us, and there was like a big thing about it. Like, and this was back in the 80s.
Yeah, the only thing is with this, I mean, that you will not replace us.
That was directly
straight out of Charlottesville, right? Charlottesville had the whole "the Jews will not replace us" thing,
right? But I'm wondering, like, if that was added on in post production after the fact.
It may have been. It feels like it kind of
because, like, I mean, it just came out this year.
Yeah,
and usually, like, with post production and stuff like this, the movie was probably shot like 2 years ago.
It didn't detract too much, to be honest. I mean, from a political standpoint, I'm way further to the right than you are. You know that.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly not. Let's put it this way: I'm not wearing khakis and carrying a tiki torch.
I'm afraid to go out. I'd like to have some tiki torches from my backyard, but I don't want to be considered racist.
I don't want to go to Home Depot and buy tiki torches no more. But that said,
I don't even go to Big Lots to get them.
That said, even for somebody like me who is more right leaning libertarian type of thing, it didn't detract from this movie that much.
You didn't shut it off as that scene was happening.
No, I mean, it was a few minutes, and then immediately I got past it. It was like because again, it just kept rolling. It's like as soon as Peña woke up from these memories, it was like, it was just backstory, and you're like, okay, fine, I get it. You're trying to tell a story. I thought District 9 told the whole racism thing better than this did. But then again,
like with District 9, it was more like, this is very, very, very blatant because
it was pretty.
The aliens were fucking aliens. The synths, you couldn't tell them from, like, the synths had all like the shitty jobs. Like they were basically the for lack of a better term.
I didn't really understand how humans and synths could tell each other apart.
They didn't really discuss that.
They didn't really go through that at all.
Well, I think it was just that they were more. I think just if you
more robot-y?
No, yeah. If you looked at their, like, during that scene, if you looked at their body language, like, they were very, like, stiff and not very. They were more robotic in their stature.
Well, certainly the oldest daughter had a very robotic look to her, and even there were times in the movie where I thought, man, during the first half of the movie before the reveal, there were times where I thought, holy shit, they really tried to make Lizzy Caplan look very plain and like unattractive in this for some reason.
Yeah.
And I didn't really place it until after the reveal I realized, oh, that's why you did.
And you know what?
Because she's a fucking robot.
And I didn't think about it like while I was watching it until I looked at IMDb. Through the first half of the movie, right before the invasion occurs, at the party, nobody's drinking anything. Nobody's eating anything. There's no food. There's no beverage at the party.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah, if you rewatch it, like there's no like refreshments, there's no snacks, no hors d'oeuvres.
I'll have to watch it
like
again.
Because I mean, you have a party at your house, even if you're just getting together watching football, you're drinking a beer, you got chips on the table, you got something, but like that, and that's the interesting thing too. That like that's how well written it is the fact that like even the synths that are basically running the planet at this point,
right?
There's no, they don't eat, they don't drink, but they don't even think about it.
Yeah, there's probably a few tells in there. Well, with any of these movies that have these huge reveals, right? Whether it's this one or The Sixth Sense is obviously the biggest one that comes to mind. Well, that's just
because that was the like
that was
the biggest like twist of our generation.
Right. But there's always when you go back and watch it again, there's always tells because the writer, the director, whatever, they always have in mind like, well, we're gonna do these things like it's, so I'm sure there was probably a few in here that I missed. Obviously like I said, the Lizzy Caplan and the oldest daughter looking very, very robotic, very, very pale.
Yeah.
Throughout the first half of the movie.
Just not very
not very human.
Emotional. Yeah, they're very, very disconnected.
Nothing. Yeah, almost.
And even like, but then again, she did act kind of like a wife, where she was all busting Jesse's where she was busting Michael Peña's balls through the beginning of the movie.
It's actually funny. After I watched this movie, I read some of the IMDb reviews, and one of the poor reviews, had said, even Lizzy Caplan looks bored in this movie. And I'm thinking to myself,
stupid.
Well, okay, but that's part of the point, you fucking dumbass. That she was supposed to look bored because she's a fucking robot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what the hell, man? Yeah. This was good, and I dig the twist. I love the the action was awesome.
Yeah.
I think the movie's very good.
Yeah, and this was a very recent release on Netflix too. I think it's
last year, like January.
Yeah, I think it came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely say for this movie, I'd give it a fuck yeah.
Oh, I'd give it
definitely
a fuck
watch
yeah. I'd give it a fuck yeah too. I mean, shit, if I can give Creep a fuck yeah, I'll give this a fuck yeah.
And this was 100 times better than Creep.
This is a very different movie than Creep, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. Like I said, the action was nonstop. Once it starts rolling, it just
doesn't stop.
Rolls and rolls. And even to the last scene when they're on the fucking train, and that's whole scene in the subway and stuff is cool.
See, the one thing for that last very cutaway scene where they're going into the tunnel, and like the bridge is dropping out from behind them, I'm like, that's a model. Yeah,
that was very obviously not
CGI.
Not CGI. It was very obviously a model, and it didn't. It doesn't. The end of the movie doesn't really make a lot of sense if you think of like, look, humans waited for 50 plus years to quote unquote
come
invade
back home, because
Earth.
even the guys like, we didn't even know if we could breathe the air anymore.
Right, but they now obviously have this massive army with a huge arsenal that they can come back and invade and kill all of these synths, and then they're just going to allow this one trainload of synths who are trying to save their
from the way that
species to go into an underground.
Well, I mean, if you think about it though, like if they truly had waited 50 years, they could have built this infrastructure in that 50-year time frame.
Oh,
the humans may not even.
I'm not talking about this.
Existent.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then they could have gone to their underground bunker and
like the rebels in Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
Yeah. And send the droid over there and fucking.
Right.
And then Han Solo shoots him. And now you're fucked because, I get it.
We digress.
I suppose. I mean, for me, the end, it doesn't matter. It had to end at some point.
And
at that point, to me, the end's irrelevant. I don't even care. I was just
blown away by the twist.
The twist was cool. The action was awesome.
And
everything about it was very, very good.
Like any reveal that they had, the fact that like they were androids and the humans were actually coming back home. And then you find out that they'd been gone for 50 years. That was the other thing that blew me away.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah, they're like, damn, they've been on Mars for 50 years. Just trying to get their shit together enough to come back.
Right. Right. Well, and like you said, this is some of the smartest people right now on Earth. This is their greatest fear.
Yeah.
Is that, look, we're going to make fucking computers that are so fucking smart that those computers are going to start teaching themselves, and they're going to realize, fuck these people, man.
Yeah, it's the
Terminator.
The Terminator fear. Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah. I definitely give this a fuck yeah. I would watch it. I will probably watch it again, if only to look for some of the tells.
For sure.
This is definitely a fuck yeah. And like I said, even with the social commentary, which is in your face, it's ignorable to a point, and you get it. I mean, look, hate is wrong, man, and like whatever. Okay, I'm happy with that's fine. Whatever. Yeah. It bugged me. It bugged me when I first saw it. I will admit, when that first hit the screen, and it was like, and especially with the guy yelling, "You will not replace us."
Right.
Like just straight out of Charleston, man. Is Charleston? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Charlottesville.
I was like, oh fuck.
But I mean, it's
kidding.
But even still though, it's timely. It's timely.
But like I said, it was within minutes after that I was like, fuck it. I'm going to put that behind me. I'm just going to enjoy the movie because it's so fucking cool to this point. I'm not going to let that ruin it.
And you got to think, too, that, like, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, somebody's going to discover this movie. Are they going to know about Charlottesville?
Probably.
Are they going to know about that particular chant?
They may not know about that particular chant. They may end up going to look at, and then they're going to go look it up and figure,
right.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
this might actually point somebody towards some actual historical thing that happened.
Well, and this isn't the first movie.
No.
This isn't the first movie that has used, current events in this much of a in-your-face kind of way.
Right.
So, it is what it is. It's okay.
So what's next for us, sir?
So what's next for us is, oh shit, I completely forgot the name of it. Let me look. I am going to go back into my Netflix queue. I had it brought up.
I can hear your phone in the mic, dude.
Oh, I'll go over here.
There you
go. Oh, I'll go over here. It is, you mentioned her earlier because she reminds you of Lizzy Caplan.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. And yeah, you say that because we are going to do Life After Beth.
Yes.
With Aubrey Plaza and John C. Reilly. I like Aubrey Plaza, and John C. Reilly, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yep.
He's on screen, and you start fucking laughing.
Yeah, seriously.
So, and plus there's zombies in it.
And he's a hell of a dramatic actor, too. He's
actually, yeah.
John C. Reilly's done so many goofy comedies with Will Ferrell, you forget how great of a dramatic actor
he is, yes. So this has Aubrey Plaza, John C. Reilly, and at least one zombie. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to go wrong from there.
Right. So everybody,
Life After Beth on Netflix.
You have 2 weeks, people.
You have 2 weeks.
So for Pop Goulash Presents Netflix and Chill, this week I am Reuben.
And I'm Tom.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Leave Brittany alone.
I love that.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch.